What is up, everyone? How we doing today? That's the wrong. Let's do that. There we go. How we all doing? Today we're going to be doing ourselves a mock draft. Oh, yummy. A couple things to get into before I gotta kind of set up this mock draft real quick. I didn't really get to it. What do I have for? So a couple big things over the last couple of days. First off, sorry I wasn't here yesterday. My new TV got delivered literally as I was about to go live, and then I spent the rest of the afternoon setting that up. Cool. All right, with that. So today's mock draft is going to be. I'm trying to think how do I want to do this right now. Actually, you know what? Let me show you guys how to set this up. If you guys are in a keeper league and you want to set up your own mock draft. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. So let's do this. Let's go right on over to it. This is Sleeper, not a paid sponsor, but this is Sleeper. This is what I use for my mock drafts. This is a 12-team standard snake. It's got me 2 minutes per pick, 15 rounds. So you kind of go over here to this little marker here. If you want to invite other people to do this mock draft with you, this is the way to do it. You can set up your settings here: snake, linear auction, standard, PPR, half PPR, how many teams you want, all the players, CPU auto pick, 2 minutes. You could do a third round reversal, so this, and then your draft order. So I picked fourth because that's what I got. Roster settings you could change. We do 1 quarterback, 2 running backs, 3 wide receivers, a tight end, a flex, a kicker, defense, and then our bench spots. So we got that. So keep that the way it is. Now, if you want to go in and put your keepers in, so for me, the way our league works is let me so I kind of already have them saved. Hold on, let me do this. We'll go to Sleeper again because I already have a mock draft that I did with having Aaron Rodgers as my I won't show my last. Is it because I'm in one? It won't let me look at my old one. Oh, here it is. It wasn't coming up. So this was the mock draft I did having Aaron Rodgers as my 9th overall pick. So, and this is kind of how it went. I took Kamara, AJ Brown, Allen Robinson, Kyle Pitts, Raheem Mostert, Javonte Williams, Judy, Waddle, Rodgers, Murray, Moore, St. Brown, Marshall, Michelle, Dolphins, which is Sony Michelle pick right here in the 14th round. It was right now would be an absolute steal. But now if you kind of look at the teams like where was it? So he had Darren Waller as his keeper, team 11, but last year he had James Robinson on his team. And now that ETN got hurt, he probably is going to want to keep Robinson. And then I think I had I'm trying to remember who else I had as keepers. His was Antonio. Gibson, Ron Jones, James Conner, Silas. Who do I have him be his keeper at? I don't remember. So I don't know everyone's keeper currently. I know some people's keepers, but so we're gonna go in and put those in for what I do know or what I can remember. So team one, Herbert as a 7th, which I'm not completely sure that that's exactly what he's picking there, but that's what I'd have to assume based off of his roster from last year. Team 2. So that was. I do have the rosters on my phone, so I'm going to be referencing that. So. Yeah, man. So he changed his to Damian Harris in the 11th. I had him as Mooney as the 12th, but Harris at 11th, especially now that Cam Newton got cut and Mac Jones is the starter now. What? What did I say? Damian Harris in the 9th. I don't know why it wouldn't let me. I must have hit the wrong button. So Damian Harris in the 9th. Team 3. I believe I had him as Chase Claypool in the 8th. Chase Claypool there. I'm going to take David Montgomery in the 5th just because I want to see kind of how my roster is going to shape up with Montgomery as the 5th instead of Rodgers in the 9th. I just kind of want to get a feel. That's the main reason why I am doing this sleeper here. All right, team 5. What did I have him? Oh, I think he had. Nope, not who I thought it was. He took Chase Edmonds in the 9th. So that's what he put in our group chat. So if that's what he wants, then that's what he could be trolling. But as of right now, that's what it's looking at. Team 6, he took CeeDee Lamb in the 6th. He also was one that did put in the chat over the play that he wanted to keep. And I think CeeDee Lamb in the 6th is a great value. Team 7. Who was team 7? I gotta just look. Gotta do a couple references, but team 7. He's taking Justin Jefferson. Team 7. Justin Jefferson in the 8th. Which I think that's a phenomenal value. Team 8. Team 8 was tough. Trying to remember who I had him take. Because he had a couple good players. I don't remember who I had him take. I gotta go back and look at his team. Do I have him take Henderson? No. Maybe Chenault. Did I have him take Laviska Chenault? No. Who did I have him take? I don't think I might have put anyone in for him. MVS. Maybe I had him. No. Noah Fant. Who did I have him take? I don't think I had anyone be a keeper for him. Because I'm not seeing anyone on his team. So honestly, if I was looking at his team right now, I would probably take Daryl Henderson in the ninth round. I think that's probably the best bet. Okay, team 9. Team 9. Who did I have team 9 take? Andrews, Gordon, Jones, Sutton, Connor. Maybe James Conner? Oh, I think I had him keep Hurts in the 9th, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, after looking at his team, that's probably his best bet would be Jalen Hurts in the 9th. So the way we do it in our league is where they were drafted last year, you have to take them 2 rounds earlier. Or if they were undrafted, you take their ADP and you take them 2 rounds later. That's how we determine where you get to keep your keepers. Team 10 is Danielle. Team 10. Oh, Gibson in the 3rd round. Yeah, that's a good pick. So team 11, he chose Waller, but I think he's probably gonna change. I gotta look to see where he kept it last year. The toughest part is trying to remember what their team names were from last year. You got some people that have kept their names the same every single year, which is me, and then you got people who change it every year. So he could have Waller in the 5th, or let's go to the ADP because I don't know what his ADP is right now. FNT, is that right? I can never remember what his website is. FTN, FN. That was close. So we got FTN ADP. You go Yahoo, and then search Robinson. Because we do this league on Yahoo. This is also another great site if you guys are looking for a site to so Allen Robinson. Not Allen, James Robinson's is 66.6. So the best way to kind of figure out that would be go to your calculator. You do 66.60 divided by 12 would be the 5th round, 5th pick. So he would get to keep James Robinson in the 7th round or keep Darren Waller in the 5th. I think James Robinson in the 7th round is probably going to be a better value. So if I was him, that's what I would change mine to. Oops. Like a type. James Robinson. And then team 12. I think I had him as DeAndre Swift in the 5th round. Oh, I had J.K. Dobbins in the 4th. So I think I'm going to keep it with Swift in the 5th round. We'll go Swift in the 5th round. So I'm not 100% certain that this is what they're going to take. There's only a couple that I do know that are going to be for certain is Damian Harris most likely will be his keeper in the 9th round, which is phenomenal. I mean, that's great, especially now that Mac Jones is the starter, as I mentioned earlier. Chase Edmonds in the 9th. CeeDee Lamb in the 6th. Justin Jefferson in the 8th. Not too sure about these two. Antonio Gibson in the 3rd is huge. James Robinson in the 7th is big. DeAndre Swift, I'm willing to spend a 5th round for him. That's probably right about where he's going now anyway, so maybe you just punts a keeper and just kind of redrafts. But like I said, I kind of want to see how the board plays out with Montgomery as my keeper instead of Aaron Rodgers down here in the 9th. So we're going to start the draft up now, and let's kind of go. I know he's going to take CMC. Like, that's kind of already written. These two, it's either going to be Dalvin Cook or Derrick Henry or vice versa. So let's go. We'll say Derrick Henry 2, Dalvin Cook 3. Right? We'll just say that's that. And then I'm going to take Ezekiel Elliott here. He's been rising on my boards, and this is kind of where I'm looking. So now Team 5, I don't really know what's going on after Team 5 and on. So let's start the draft here and kind of see where it goes. Kamara would go 5th, which makes sense. Tyreek Hill, 6th. Barkley, 7th. Chubb, 8. Jonathan Taylor, 9. Kelsey went to Team 10. Aaron Jones, Devontae Adams, Eckler, Mahomes early in the 2nd round, which I guess that kind of does make sense. Najee Harris, Stephon Diggs, Calvin Ridley, Clyde Edwards-Helaire, Hopkins, Kittle, and now I'm on the board. So I got DK Metcalf now has come to me here. Or Joe Mixon, which not really high on Joe Mixon this year. Actually, Joe Mixon is on my do not draft list this year. AJ Brown, Keenan Allen, Darren Waller, Josh Jacobs, Terry McLaurin. So I'm not looking for another running back here because my keeper is Montgomery. So I do already have 2 running backs already on my team. And they're 2 two good running backs. So I'm gonna go DK Metcalf here. And then you went Joe Mixon went next. Keenan Allen, AJ Brown, Darren Waller, Josh Jacobs, Chris Carson. Now I'm on the board. And honestly, I actually love that this player dropped to me right here. I think Terry McLaurin is going to have a huge year. I know for a fact that he would not come back to me on the turn here because Team 3 100% would pick him up either here or here. So I know he would never get back to me on this turn. And a big thing to do when you are in your leagues, kind of know how everybody else in your league drafts. So like Team 3 and me are draft very similar, and we always end up right next to each other for some odd reason. But he's big on Terry McLaurin too. So honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if he took T-Mac in the second round after I took DK Metcalf. Or he would take him on the turn here in the third. So, but just for the sake of how the board is dropping on me for me right now, I will take Terry McLaurin. Josh Allen next. Kyler Murray. We got a little bit of a run on quarterbacks. Miles Sanders, Mike Evans, Chris Godwin, Antonio Gibson was the keeper. Amari Cooper, DJ Moore, Allen Robinson, Julio Jones, Gaskin. Really, Gaskin. Ugh. Kyle Pitts went there. Robert Woods, fourth round, pick 5. Lamar Jackson, 4-6. Mark Andrews, 4-7. Kareem Hunt. And now I'm back on the board here. Again, I'm all right not going for another running back as I do have David Montgomery here. So I can either go with Adam Thielen, Cooper Kupp. We already have, how many quarterbacks we have off the board? We have 1, 2, 3, 4 quarterbacks already off the 5. 6 quarterbacks already off the board. So I'm not really looking to go for a quarterback right now. I'm going to kind of wait for later rounds for a quarterback. So I think I'm going to kind of go more. So let's see what they got for wide receiver. We got Adam Thielen, Cooper Kupp, Tyler Lockett, Deontay Johnson, Kenny Golladay, Brandon Ayuk. And honestly, like, it's going to be a while before I get my next pick because my next pick is going to be a running back. I think I'm going to reach a little bit because I do like this play this year, and I'm going to go with Brandon Ayuk. Russell Wilson, Aaron Rodgers, Odell Beckham, Kenny Golladay. So there was just a run on quarterbacks right there. Tyler Lockett, Cooper Kupp. We kept David Montgomery. Then Adam Thielen. Adam Thielen went all the way down here. So obviously the computer didn't really like him next on the board either. Melvin Gordon, Michael Thomas, TJ Hawkinson, Gus Edwards, Dak Prescott, Deontay Johnson. Swift was the keeper. Mostert, Mike Davis, Higgins, Sutton, Williams, Chase. Lamb was a keeper. Jerry Jeudy. If Jerry Jeudy actually fell to me right here, I would have been really happy. So now we got Ronald Jones on the board. I don't like Ronald Jones. Tom Brady, Juju Smith-Schuster, Dallas Goedert, DJ Chark. So I'm not really liking kind of what we're looking here. What do we got for wide receivers? Let's take a look at wide receivers. We got Juju, DJ. I don't want Debo because I don't want another Devonta Smith in Philly. Tyler Boyd, Jarvis Lawrence. I think honestly right here I would go for Smith. I think I would take Smith, get another wide receiver. Now it's back to me on the clock. Let's see what the best available is. Tom Brady. I could take Tom Brady here. I'm not really looking to go for a quarterback yet. I feel like quarterbacks are going to drop a little more. Here, this might be a good place to kind of get a. Let's see what we got for running backs on the board. Leonard Fournette, Trey Sermon, Zach Moss, David Johnson, AJ Dillon, Michael Carter, James Conner, Kenyon Drake. I think I'll go Trey Sermon here. Then you got Tyler Boyd, Fournette, Samuel, Tom Brady finally went, Anderson, Jarvis Landry, James Robinson, Ryan Tannehill, Zach Moss, Michael Carter, Brandon Cooks, AJ Dillon, Bucks defense. Wow, Bucks defense in the 8th round. Oh, Justin Jefferson was a keeper. David Johnson, Justin Tucker, first kicker went off the board in the 8th round. Then I'm up. So we got James Conner, Kenyon Drake, Singletary, Jamal Williams. They're all available. Let's see what we got available for tight ends. Noah Fant, Rob Gronkowski, Logan Thomas, who I do like this year. Irv Smith, Janu Smith, I actually like. So we actually could wait on tight end a little more and kind of stack up our wide receivers a little bit more. Will Fuller or Laviska Shenault right here. I kind of do like. Actually, this is a nice little run of wide receivers here. So I'm actually going to go Will Fuller. And you got Claypool, James Conner, Butker, Drake, Harris, Antonio Brown, and it's back to me again. I'm actually going to go. Let me take a look at running backs. What's available? Singletary, Jamal Williams, Naeem Hines. I'm going to actually take a risk here. I'm going to go Jalen Waddle. Actually, I just took Will Fuller, who's from Miami, so I'm not going to go with another Miami player. I'm going to go with Laviska Shenault. That's another big thing to kind of pay attention to is make sure that you're not drafting the same position from the same team. You might kind of screw yourself over a little bit. So then Chase Edmonds, Noah Fant, Logan Thomas, Henderson, Hurts, Stafford, Gronk, the Rams D, Corey Davis, Singletary, Gesicki, Koo, Waddle, Burrow, Williams, Trevor Lawrence. Now we're kind of looking here in the 10th round. Might probably need to pick up a quarterback. And to be completely honest with you, I'm not really liking what's on the board. So I probably should have got a quarterback a little bit sooner. But we could take a little shot here and go Baker Mayfield. Oh, and the wife's calling. All right, so I took Baker Mayfield, which I actually not thrilled with that pick, to be completely honest with you. Higbee, Washington football team. Then Michael Pittman went there. Curtis Samuel. So we got a couple more rounds. We have 5 wide receivers, 3 running backs, a quarterback. Maybe we should look at a tight end. Irv Smith, he's going to be out. Actually, I would actually just take Janu Smith right here, and I'd be happy with that. I think Janu is going to have a good season with Mac Jones at the helm. So then you had Michael Gallup, Hines, Sony Michel. Honestly, I wanted to draft Sony Michel, and I kind of let him go, but that's all right. Nicole Hartman, Bills D, Bass, Chuba Hubbard, Philip Lindsay, Sanders, 49ers, Williams, Marquise Brown, Trey Lance, Tony Pollard, Mooney, Ruggs. All right, so now we're going to kind of just like see what's around. At this point, it's probably a good time to start picking up some what was handcuffs. So I think Pollard already went, right? Let me just double check. Yeah, Pollard already went. So honestly, Rashad Penny, J.D. McKissick, Devontae Booker. Actually, let's see what's best available at this point right now. Rodrigo Blankenship, Tavius Murray, Irv Smith, Cleveland's D. I don't like any of that there. I don't like any of that. I don't like to take any defense or kicker until like the last 2 rounds. So I think I'm actually going to go Alexander Madison here and just get Dalvin Cook's handcuffs. So if Cook gets hurt, or I could trade him potentially. Might just start stacking up some more. Elijah Moore. Speaking of Moore, kind of grab some rookie wide receivers and running backs around this point too would be good. Now we're at our last 2 picks, so I'll go defense kicker here. And I like to stream my defenses, so I'm not gonna take Indy. Definitely not gonna take Miami because they're playing the Patriots week 1. At this point here, I would kind of just look to see who kind of has the better matchup. I would have the season up. How's team 2 looking? I'll run it down after these last 2 picks. So just to kind of click, I'm just gonna go Kansas City's defense here. Then Aguilar, Jameis Winston, Kirk Cousins, Jalen Reagor, McKissick, and then Cobb went. Now I just need to get a kicker. For the hell of it, we'll just go Mason Crosby. T.Y. Hilton went, Booker, Colts, Prater, Watson. I don't know why. A.J. Green, Zach Ertz. All right, so this we can kind of do a run over. So team 2 here went Derrick Henry, Keenan Allen, Josh Jacobs, Aaron Rodgers, Tyler Lockett, Chark, Dallas Goedert, James Conner, Damian Harris. I kept Harris here in the 9th for you, Jay. I figured that's probably what your keeper is going to be. Then Washington football defense here in the 10th. Curtis Samuel in the 11th. Blankenship in the 12th. Jones here in the 13th. Marvin Jones, Jameis Winston, and then J.D. McKissick. So that's what team 2 is kind of looking for. 15 round, 12 team, standard keeper league. And then I got Zeke, DK Metcalf, TJ McLaurin, Brandon Ayuk, David Montgomery, Devonta Smith, Trey Sermon, Will Fuller, Laviska Shenault, Baker Mayfield, Janusz Smith, Alexander Madison. What's his name? I want to look at your card. I forget what his first name is. Elijah. I want to say Elijah Moore, but I don't know if that's right. Chiefs and then defense. But honestly, to tell you the truth, I already know that this team would not shape up like this for certain. There's no way team 3 would take 3 running backs and then there's no way team 3 would take their first wide receiver in the 5th round. Have Cooper Kupp, Juju Smith, and they wouldn't have Juju and Claypool on the same team. He would definitely take Antonio Brown, that's for sure. Like just knowing how that they draft, how people draft, I can't see them how that team would not shape up like that. So this, I mean, it's a kind of a good practice to kind of see where things will land. But I don't think that my team would shape up this way at all. I do like having Zeke and Montgomery like right off, so I can go heavy wide receivers, and I'd get Metcalf, McLaurin, and Ayuk. And if you just kind of go, Yahoo ADP wide receiver, DK Metcalf, Terry McLaurin, and Brandon Ayuk. I mean, what's that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. So I'm getting three wide receivers in the top 24, which is which is actually really, really good, and kind of what I want my team to be. So actually, I didn't realize that the schedule was right there. Who would Kansas City be playing first week? The Browns. So that actually, so kind of going back to this draft, I wouldn't take the Chiefs there because I wouldn't want my defense to be playing against my quarterback week one. I'd be screwing myself either way. Whether he throws an interception, I'll give myself points, but I'll be taken away from there. If he scores touchdowns, he'll be taking away points from my defense. So it's kind of something to kind of look into. Just there's a if you're trying to be very competitive in fantasy football, there's a lot of aspects you want to look around, but that's kind of one thing that you want to look into. Tomorrow, during tomorrow's stream, I will do a kind of a I'll try to pull up five strategies that you should keep in the back of your mind while drafting in your fantasy drafts this weekend. And then I do have a draft tomorrow night, so on Friday I can show you guys the results of that. And but I hope you all enjoyed this this mock draft using the Sleeper app. Honestly, the Sleeper app is great for this kind of stuff, for your mock drafts and whatnot. It allows you to kind of put in what you think is going to happen. So I could have easily changed this pick here because I knew this pick would have easily gone either here or here. If not, I definitely think Terry McLaurin would have definitely gone honestly right here, and then these probably would have fallen the same, and I wouldn't have gotten McLaurin here. I would have probably gotten Mike Evans or Chris Godwin, one of these two, to be completely honest with you. Actually, to tell you the truth, if he took McLaurin, I probably would have reached up and taken Robinson. Even though I would have Robinson and Montgomery, I would have a heavy dose of Chicago. But they're two different positions. They're not the same position. What were all the keepers that you know of? So team one. You have the list of who the team is. I'm not gonna say who it is on the stream here just for privacy's sakes. But I think team one is gonna take Justin Herbert in the 7th as their keeper. I didn't really see anything else on their team. I mean, they could obviously change that. I kept as Damian Harris as the 9th overall. Team 3, my guess would be Claypool in the 8th. I kept Montgomery as my 5th. Team 5 was Chase Edmonds in the 9th. Team 8 was CeeDee Lamb in the 6th. Team 7 was, who did I keep team 7 for? Oh, Justin Jefferson in the 8th, which I knew Jefferson, I knew CeeDee Lamb, I knew Edmonds, obviously my team, and then yours. Team 1 and team 3 was a guess, but I think that's what they would probably end up going with if I did have to guess. Team 7 was Jefferson. Team 8 was Darrell Henderson in the 9th. This was a guess. I'm not for certain on this one. Team 9. Who do I have for team 9? Team 9. Jalen Hurts as the 9th. Again, that was a guess. He's generally going in the 7th round, so get him for a 9th, which isn't too bad. Team 10, Antonio Gibson in the 3rd, which I'm going to assume that's where that person's going to keep. Team 11, I think I went with James Robinson in the 7th. He originally said he wanted Waller in the 5th, which he might, seeing how he got Gronkowski here, but I think James Robinson in the 7th is a good value. And then team 12, I took Swift as the 5th. So that's what I kind of went with for this draft. That's where I think that maybe that's where they would want to keep. We'll see how right I am on Sunday. But yeah, so we went a little longer than we normally do, but I hope you guys enjoyed the mock draft. If you have any questions or you need any help with your okay, good to know. Thanks. Yeah, absolutely. You guys have any questions or need any help with your drafts, make sure you join the Discord. There's a link in the description. Join the fantasy football, hop into the fantasy football chat of it, ask some questions. I'd be more than happy to help you as soon as I can. Also, if you guys are new here, make sure you hit that sub button. Would be greatly appreciated. And make sure you give it a thumbs up, and we will see you all tomorrow. Tomorrow we will do 5 tips to help, five tips to remember while drafting. So I'll write those up tonight, get those ready for you tomorrow to help you guys with your drafts this weekend if you have any. Till then, we'll see you next time, and good luck with your drafts.